Forest find themselves in this relegation battle. They're in 16th, only 2 points clear of the bottom three. That's after a 6-game winless run that has now seen them dragged back into this relegation picture. We are led to believe that the Forest owner, Evangelos Marinakis, is concerned then by how things are going currently at Forest. I'm a bit bemused by this story, really, Cass, because it wasn't that long ago that he signed a new deal, Steve Cooper, when Forest had gone through a bad patch. So for now to emerge that his position is under threat, which, of course, most managers who are in this relegation picture are in or have been, and that's led to them being sacked, because we know a lot of clubs have made changes there. Are you a little bit like, what is going on at Forest?
Well, first of all, I'm surprised that he's still there. And that's nothing against Steve Cooper and what job he's done at Nottingham Forest. It's more because the owner has got a history of sacking managers. Yes, yeah. And I've received quite a bit of stick because I said I didn't think he'd last till Christmas. It wasn't because of Steve Cooper not doing a good job. The club has just been run where any instance of problem, you're out, you're gone. You know,
hire and fire.
The hire and fire culture, absolutely. And and you can get a little bit lost sometimes with what I've learned over the years. Now is that the Premier League, there's only about 5 or 6 managers that have fixed contracts, which means they get the entirety of their contracts. They honour the club, honour the whole contract. Most of them are on severance payment. They have a year. Some get 18 months payment. That's how it works. So it doesn't really change. It wouldn't have changed too much whether Steve Cooper signed a new deal or not. I'm sure he's probably still got a severance payment in his contract. Yeah. And that's the unfortunate thing. And the saddest thing about this story, for me, is it's come out on the day of Nottingham Forest versus Wolverhampton Wanderers, which is an absolute hit ding-dong of a battle for survival for the Premier League this season. The timing is awful. I say if because we're speculating, but there's been a number of rumours that have gone on through the week, and it's got to this stage at the weekend where if he loses, that could be the end of him this season, which would seem really, really strange to me.
I know you say that ultimately signing a new contract as a manager doesn't really matter because most managers will have a clause in their contract about the severance. But it still looks a bit weird, I think, from an outsider's point of view, because, just from the owner's point of view, why are you giving someone a contract who at that point we were all thinking it was speculated then he was going to get the sack, and surprised everybody when they offered him a new deal. Now, I understand, like you're saying, there's a severance deal. He won't necessarily get the full whack of his contract if that's what's in the deal. But it does look a bit weird, I think, from the owner's point of view. Why award him a new deal? Why not just wait and see how this season pans out?
Look, I've had a number of owners, chairman over the years, and sometimes they can throw in a swerve ball, and he did, because he hadn't done that before. He hadn't done that to Chris Hughton and many other managers along the way. Many of them had gone by the wayside pretty quickly. Yeah. There was a lot of noise around about Steve Cooper. Would he survive? And I was one of them that I was I just didn't see it being a long-term thing for him. He done incredible last season in the Championship.
Absolutely,
Steve Cooper, bringing Nottingham Forest up. But that didn't mean a guarantee of survival for me because the owner had sacked so often and so regularly. And it wasn't, big distance. It wasn't like he'd give anybody 2 years, 3 years. So it's a very, very difficult thing. Owners can be, as we know, we have our own Simon Jordan. And if, Simon's a very clever man and he gets into a lot of heated debates, but if he decides he's going to make a call, he will do. And it might go against the narrative of what everybody else is thinking. A lot of owners can be like that.